Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Abdulrazak Mahdi Mohammed. I will present my first part. The second part will present my colleague Ahmed Zayaq Safiq bin Abdulrazak. Our topic is COVID-19 affected on unemployment. This is outline of our topic: introduction, unemployment, psychological distress, method analysis, human capital equation, and also global impact of digital economics, challenges and opportunities of COVID-19 towards employment. The last one is a conclusion. As the global struggling with the COVID-19 situation, it's a negative impact on the unemployment rate is become apparent. Several government and nations became adopted legislation and included shut down companies involved with the social conduct and also shut down of schooling in grade provided by online and also staying at home. The International Labour Organization forecasting in March 2020 that around 25 million jobs was losing by the last year 2020. And the International Labour Organization admit that the two figures might be significantly higher a couple of months later. As the global economic is likely already in recession, people who losing their job during the healthy and economic crisis, so losing their mental insurance. Most workers have health insurance covered healthy through their job and sponsor employee. Some countries have may have continuous planning to cover health. This would require them to pay more amount of money, and it would be difficult given that most people have already losing their sources of. For example, government in Malaysia budget in 2021 revolved around their three main background. One is improved financial funding, managed impact of unemployment, strengthen economic resiliency of individuals and community. The second slide is unemployment and physical distress is described as a location of uncomfortable mental physical sensation that most people conducted by typical mood changes. It is believed to be what several quantitative self-reported measure of depression and unconscious evaluation. According to the Van 2014 was European social survey to show the negative relationship between unemployment and subjective well-being, which include strength, fulfillment, and life satisfaction, and also personal pressure. This is a method and analyze that basic that we also see that the impact of COVID-19 to this added that percentage of unemployment. This is dependent variable. 2020 is a dependent variable, and this one is exploratory variable 2019. This we will use that regression analysis to analyze the time series data to analyze that further. R square is indicated that the dependent variable is explained by 87.5% of explanatory variable, as the t statistics is 14.006 is higher than critical value, which is 3.575. That the exploratory variable is significantly, which is shows that for every until increased unit increased in 2020 will increase it by 0.9 based on empirical evidence above this type. Typically, people will not leave their job during the substantial effect in the current pandemic caused on leisure. People are forced to leave their job during the lower economic activities, which required leisure human sources and productivity to support. The last slide that I present is a human capital equation. Uh, the economic may develop its human capital equation as a result of the spread of a novel COVID-19, which also known as a coronavirus. This circumstance should lead economic researchers to consider reworking their descriptive line. The factor is that we live in even the changing world with endless number of options. This may be seen as three different viewpoint, which is talent. Talent is a new typical capability need to build, adopt a new way of working that will derive results that will result in higher productivity and growth. The second one is a leader. Three is a organization or companies. As an organization, it should be able to bring it a business model quickly, look at the career business and potential growth. The second part will present my colleague Ahmed Saif bin Abdul Razak, inshallah.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Shafiq and will be continuing from last chapter covered by Abdi Rizak Mahdi on human capital equation. Next, I'll be covering on the growth of digital economy. I'll be fast to finish within 5 minutes. So in this slide, as we know, the world is still fighting with the pandemic COVID-19 and businesses must quickly shift their business model and operation to support changes in customer and supplier behavior. So based in this slide, the recent joint research by Google, Temasek and Bain in 2020, there are 4 main impacts of technology towards the Southeast Asia economy. The first one, the flight to digital, which showing that internet usage continues to multiply with additional 40 million new users in 2020, which approximately totally in 400 million last year compared to 360 million in 2019, which led to approximately 36% of new users, and 90% of them will stick to the post-pandemic behavior. Number 2, online with a purpose. User will use internet as a digital platform to access virtual goods, healthcare, education, entertainment, and surely it will help businesses keep on going. Number 3, resilience in unprecedented circumstances. Digital economy through Internet of Things, IoT, through e-commerce, online media, and food delivery has become subsector of digital economy. And number 4, the threadway for profitability. In 2018, funding for developed sectors like e-commerce, transport and food, travel and media has decelerated. However, as digital has become more important, a lot of core business has shifted to digital to prioritize profit and focus on consumer wide range of necessities. In addition, 4 major categories have been developed to measure purpose of digital economy. It is infrastructure, society empowerment, innovation, technology adoption, and lastly, jobs and growth. Okay, I'll move to the next slide. So this slide is showing in terms of data of how the digital user has increased. I just move to the next slide. Okay, next we also look at global impacts of digital economy. And referring to this table, we can differentiate the components into even individuals, SMEs, governments, enterprise or private companies, and the world. There are many other impacts that we don't have sufficient time to go through all, but some of the impact, for example, that I would like to highlight here on the core and digital sector. We can see there's a sense of greater inclusion which enhance more collaboration for people all over the world, especially with the alternate or remote working location. So people are no longer bound by place to collaborate. Next, I will move to the challenges of COVID-19 towards employment. Okay, on this economic domination of this digital ecosystem is one of them, one of the challenges. For example, US and China, they dominate 90% of the world's largest digital platform. It then will impact the income and growth inequality for other countries to compete with. Okay? Countries like Brazil, Argentina, and Mexico only had around 1% of them. Okay, and next I will go to the opportunity. So there's also opportunity from three perspectives: personal, business, and government. For example, for government, various new initiative can be deployed through digital platform, which I can give example Malaysia through their Penjana Economic Recovery Plan, leverage on MySejahtera platform to help government to track COVID-19 cases. Automating income and tax system also is the process of collecting more fund for the government. Okay. And lastly, on the conclusion, or as summary, COVID-19 outbreak has led to many in unemployment, mainly in the traditional and heavily physical interaction industry, and it has shifted them into the cyber presence and digital economics. And in view of this, government and policymakers need to ensure that specific laws and regulations to be in place to ensure the sustainable economic development and to protect the local economic growth. And that's all from me. Assalamualaikum.